And we'll kind of bring it back into, you know, what you're doing now and how it's tailoring to life. But think about, like, you talked about expectations, or you just mentioned it a little bit. But expectations are huge, I feel like, with any situation in life. And it's not undershooting and having super low expectations so you feel good about yourself, right?
But well, there's people that do that. There's people that love to do that, which I don't like to do.
I think that's personality too, because I don't like to do that. I'm more one that's tried to reach for the highest expectations, even if it seems a little bit more like it's a super far reach. But also, you don't want to set expectations that are like nearly impossible to achieve. Like we're not talking about the big term goal or the big picture goal, right? We're talking about, like, you know, like practicing. Like, what are you accomplishing in practice this week? What are you accomplishing in this month or whatever? And I think a lot of that expectations carries over to a lot in life. But is there anything that you want to touch on with expectations for work or anything?
The weird part is it's all relative, right? Like your expectations are different than mine, even though if we're in the same point of our lives, even if we're in the same age, even if we're playing the same sport, like expectations are different. I think that was really cool about Kupono is like we always had talk with like psychologists, like not every day, not every week, but every once in a while. It'd be like Chris McLaughlin. He was like an AD at Kupono for a while. One with Stanford. Like he's just a really smart, intelligent guy. And it would just be a lot of like long-term goals and short-term goals. And just having those, like, I want to go play professional volleyball when I'm older. That's a long-term goal. How am I going to get there? All right, let's make these short-term goals. Same with USA Volleyball. We talk about that all the time. Like, we want to win the tournament. All right, well, now how do we get there, right? Do we need to better our passing? We need to get more connection with our hitters, stuff like that. So just realizing that there's a difference and not just having one goal. You know, I want to be a millionaire. All right, cool. That's a good goal, but, you know, how do we get there? So
everything that you said right there, I mean, I apply that to this day, right? It's like,
it's a little cheesy, but people don't do that.
Looking at a bigger goal and breaking it up into manageable steps that you can work towards. And I think, like, one thing that, you know, I see this, I don't want to say often, but I see this like enough, I guess, when you're going through the process in the early stage. And I mean, it's for anybody, right? If I start something new, I would probably make this mistake too. A lot of times you have this big long-term goal that you set, but you just don't realize how much effort and work and everything that it's going to take, right? And I think that's when you break down things, you start to still push yourself. Like, I'm not saying not to push yourself, but find out, how can I actually realistically work in this direction? And for a lot of young athletes, that's one of the things that I would say is it's good to dream. Like, I want everyone to dream and have these goals. But you have to be able to match that with effort and intensity and work ethic, right? All of that has to match you going to that goal, because that's how you're going to make it the most realistic for you to accomplish it. If you're just saying, like, I don't know, I want to be a billionaire or a millionaire or whatever, but you just keep saying that. I don't know.
Like, we can manifest it, but like, I don't know.
I don't know
like,
to that extent. But you have to actually know, okay, like, this is the amount of effort, sacrifice, work ethic. That's what it's going to take. And you have to match that to what you're shooting for, right?
And I think on top of that is, you know what else feels good? Like accomplishing goals. Like, so making short goals that are like realistic and achievable and obtainable, which is something that they kind of stress, like those kind of, I forget the acronym or whatever.
SMART goals, I think, or something.
Yes, exactly. Like, that feels good and it feels rewarding, and then you go to your next goal. Another goal is like, on top of that, you know, people only set materialistic goals, which is tough, because especially when I was younger, like, all right, I want to be like all state by a sophomore, or like player of the year by a junior, or something like that. You know what I mean? And I never achieved that. But to get to that success, you also need to be like, all right, I need to be able to pass this speed of a serve to be able to get on the court. I need to be able to hit this hitting percentage to achieve to go to the playoffs. You know what I mean? So stuff like that. I'm not a big stats guy, but to make those goals is also really important. That's super key. So now, once you know that, like, you know, the example of like, I need to be able to handle these kinds of serves or pass these types of balls. Now you have something specific that you're going to work on and actually put all your energy in that fashion. And that's how you're going to reach some of the dreams that you have. And that's what confidence is. You don't get confidence over like this trophy, you get confidence over like actually diving this pass.
Yes.
You know, and be like, all right, I can do this.
Yeah.
You know?
That is so true,
you know?
man.
So it's just a different, you have to be very, a lot of people are very, their motivation is external instead of internal. And the best players or best people are very internally motivated.
Yeah.
Which is something that some people have to learn too.
Yeah.